I'm Dr. LaDonna Boyd, presenting the curriculum lessons for September 18th and 25th, 2022. These lessons are entitled Persevere in Times of Difficulty from Genesis chapter 32 and Dynamics of Family Leadership from Genesis chapters 35, 38, and 49, respectively. These lessons teach us how Jacob experienced being a blessing as the result of an exhausting and extended struggle and an encounter with God, and we see God's faithfulness demonstrated to Abraham and his family despite their various problematic episodes. We will also learn how the tribe of Judah rose to prominence. The lessons come from the Master Teacher and Adult Christian Life books from R.H. Boyd. It is tempting to seek to avoid difficulty and conflict in relationships. However, sometimes conflict and opposition birth opportunity. We are often fond of resolution and all that comes with it, but we may have not learned how to become fond of the journey. Much of our advancement in the digital age have come at high costs. Most, if not all, of our conveniences are met with the click of a mouse or a push of a button. We have created a culture of entitlement and aversion to struggle and risk. No one wants to struggle, but negotiating the complexities of life requires that we become adept in coping with it. In the first lesson, we find that Jacob is alone after sending his family across the river without him. Here he is attacked and wrestled by a stranger. This altercation left him with a severe injury to his hip and permanent limp. Genesis chapter 32 verses 25 through 30 says, "When the man saw that he did not prevail against Jacob, he struck him in the hip socket, and Jacob's hip was put out of joint as he wrestled with him. Then he said, 'Let me go, for the day is breaking.' But Jacob said, 'I will not let you go unless you bless me.' The man asked him, 'What is your name?' 'Jacob,' he answered. Then the man said, 'Your name will no longer be Jacob, but Israel, because you have struggled with God and with humans, and you have overcome.' Jacob said, 'Please tell me your name.' But he replied, 'Why do you ask me my name?' Then he blessed him there. So Jacob called the place Peniel, saying, 'It is because I saw God face to face, and yet my life was spared.'" Jacob's struggle with God serves for modern-day believers as the eternal struggle within ourselves. There's a reason the identity of the man or God who wrestled with Jacob in the story was ambiguously masked until the end of the trial. It infers that only through wrestling with the deep parts of ourselves that we can attain a greater awareness of God. The lesson for September 25th focuses on family dynamics. People often link the family challenges they face in the present to the challenges faced in previous generations. How do we overcome the problems we inherited from our families of origin? God called Jacob's fourth son, Judah, to lead a dysfunctional family from whose family would emerge the nation of Israel and, one day, God's chosen Messiah. No family is perfect, and no family is exempt from family drama or dysfunction. Each family can still contribute to the world. What can you be grateful for in your own family? What is your family's contribution to you or your community? The saga of Jacob's family shows us that God is able to bring us full circle. The first passage in the scripture shows the disrespect of Reuben, and our last scripture, Jacob blesses his sons. When taken together, the passages show the different roles each family played in helping to establish who would become Israel, the nation. The 12 sons of Jacob are listed in Genesis chapter 35, verses 22 through 26, and they are identified by their mothers' names. There was a rivalry between the brothers, and while he was not his father's favorite, Judah receives the official patriarchal blessing. Because he took charge among the brothers in convincing Jacob to allow them to return to Benjamin by offering himself as a guarantor of Benjamin's safety, and then leading the way when the family came to Egypt, Judah stands out among the other brothers as the natural leader. Have you had rivalries in your family? If so, how has it been resolved? Some leaders are born and others are formed, but both need development. As it relates to Jacob's family and his sons assuming the mantle of patriarchal leadership over Israel, this can't be closer to the truth. Just by virtue of their birth, each son had the potential to be the leader, though none of them were ready. Eventually, Judah emerged as one of the chosen to carry the promise, but it was only after he learned from his mistakes and changed his mind to see the bigger picture. For him, the bigger picture was God's promise for his family. Again, I'm LaDonna Boyd. I hope that you enjoyed these lessons. Don't forget to like, share, and comment below. Also check out our website, rhboyd.com, and our social media channels at rhboydco for additional tools and resources.